Well, Gary, it was almost a cup upset, but your team rallied in the second half to get your hat in the next round.
Yeah, they did. We made a bit of a gamble, but it was a calculated gamble because I felt as though we needed to learn one or two things about some of the players that haven't had an opportunity to play. I think 13 players used in 10 games, and you've got some very, very good professionals kicking their heels on the sideline. So it's never easy in those circumstances. And I just felt as though we had to take a bit of a gamble and give them game time. You've got to remember as well, those players have all played in the Championship or higher. I think we started quite well in the game, had a couple of good chances, one goal chalked off, which I'm not quite sure why. And then Ziggy's missed a very, very good chance. So I was quite pleased with the opening 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And then Blyth just started coming into it a little bit. And any games like this, as soon as they get a few balls in your box, as soon as they get a little bit of joy that way, they get a little bit of momentum. And then to go 2-0 down at half-time was a little bit of a shock, but I couldn't say they didn't deserve it. I thought it was a little bit harsh on us and we needed to deal with certainly the goals a little bit better. But what I would say is, we showed a fantastic response. I mean, it's not easy as a player, but what I said to the players is, listen, we've got 1,000 magnificent fans who've travelled all the way up to see you. Please don't let them go home, feeling let down and feeling disappointed. And I think we actually showed a very, very strong performance full of character and quality second half.
Obviously you did make a lot of changes, but I suppose on the other side of it, it's a chance for those players that you mentioned earlier to impress you and be in your thoughts for the next league games.
We have to. We just had to give them an opportunity. There's players there that have just not had an opportunity, and we're coming into January. We need to rejig the squad a little bit and we need to make one or two changes, so it was really important that we gave them the chance to do that. Like I said, we wouldn't have used it certainly as an excuse if we hadn't won the game, but I felt we had enough in that team to go and win the game, and I felt that, particularly second half, I thought we were led a little bit by Wes and Novi. I thought those two were absolutely fantastic, and a big man starts flicking balls on, makes it very difficult to play against. And I just felt as the game went on, we showed that little bit of extra fitness, a little bit of extra pace and power and quality that you hoped that we would.
Well, you got the response you would have wanted at the break, and it was 3 goals in 6 minutes was ultimately turned the tie around.
Yeah, it did. But again, it's a magical tie. I'm sure that one or two will enjoy watching it later on. I'm not sure I'll be staying up to watch it because it was a little bit nerve-wracking at times. But again, we showed really good character second half, and I'm really pleased with the response. And some good goals as well. I thought there's some real quality about the goals. Novi's finished fantastic. Wes has finished brilliant. A great ball in from Mark Duffy for the 3rd goal. So those are little bits we perhaps didn't show first half. I'm actually, on the whole, very, very pleased.
And cup football is all about getting your hat in the next round.
Of course it is. Yeah, it didn't matter how we did it. If you'd have said after being 2-0 down that we'd have still won the game 3-2, I'm sure that we'd have been very, very pleased at that point. Not very happy about being 2-0 down, not particularly happy about the first half performance. But again, they've responded well, and I'd be complaining a little bit and not too happy if we hadn't have responded as well as we did. But we showed a little bit more of what we wanted second half and what we've worked on all week.
And any thoughts on who you'd like in the next round?
No, I'm not really bothered. I don't think it really matters to us at the moment. I'm sure the fans maybe would like a big club. But I think, we are a big club. And I think the team should be wanting to get a team like Birmingham City in the next round because, we're, again, with our away support's magnificent. I mean, bringing 1,000 fans up to Blyth Spartans on a cold Saturday afternoon, I thought was a real testament to them. So I hope we get a good tie for the fans. And whoever it is, at least we're in the round.